A major blow to the New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon's plans to hold a number of major meetings with Asian counterparts in Melbourne. He's stranded because the plane broke down. Live to Jack Nyhof at Wellington's Air Force Base. Have they got any fuel, Jack?
Good morning, Pete. Well, the good news is the former Air New Zealand CEO has likely rung up some old mates. He's on a commercial flight flying to Auckland and now flying across the ditch to Melbourne to the ASEAN summit, where he will meet with no less than 8 counterparts from across Asia. But you can imagine how embarrassing this is for the New Zealand PM, who's had to ring the leaders of the Philippines and Laos and say that because his plane's broken down, that he's going to either have to reschedule or cancel those meetings. The plane is just behind me here. We can see a few hatches on the door open. They're working there. We've been here since 4:30 a.m. New Zealand time. It's 9:30 a.m. Still no sign of what's wrong with the plane or when it will be fixed. We are told the plane did fly in yesterday, so it was working then at least, but it's not the first time that this decades-old second-hand plane has had issues. Luxon nearly had to cancel his meeting in December with Albo when the plane broke just days before he was set to fly. And previously, with this plane and other planes in the New Zealand Defence Force, leaders have been stranded. A previous Prime Minister was stranded in Australia for days when not one but 2 Defence Force planes broke down, and it also happened on another occasion as well in the US too. Now, Luxon has campaigned on limiting public spending, so he's in a bit of a complicated situation if he was to spend the money to replace this ageing fleet here. But it's not just broken planes that New Zealand's Prime Minister has had to worry about, it's also broken houses as well. And Usman Khawaja, the Australian cricketer, perhaps uncovering one of the biggest scandals yet for the New Zealand Prime Minister. Now, this happened at an event last week at Premier House, where in a conversation with Usman Khawaja, the Luxon said that Premier House was condemned. He's backtracked on those comments, saying it's livable. This top-secret report from the government, we've since learned that there's $30 million that need to be spent on the house to make it habitable again. And we also found out that Luxon was claiming $50K as well, an allowance which he will have to pay back because he's living in his own apartment too. So a number of embarrassing scandals for the PM, but the media is still stranded here. We've been watching dolphins out the window, so if anyone's got a spare plane and wants to swing by and pick up some Kiwi cousins across the ditch, we won't say no.
Okay, good on you, Jack. Thank you.